Hey there Libra, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of February 28th through March 6th. We're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Also Libra, please remember energies do go both ways. So I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate for you. Alright, someone's really focused on their career or their job in the recent past. Alright Libra, let's chit chat. The main energy for your reading this week is the Hanged One. You are stopping. You're putting a pause on some energy. It's almost like you know that you want to do something, you're being called to do something, and you keep pumping the brakes. You're like, nope, we're going to wait some more. Nope, now's not the right time. Nope. It's like you feel like you want to do something, but you keep stopping yourself. So we'll see what that's about. In the recent past, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. You're really focused on your job, on your money, on your career. In the recent past here, you're showing me like this is where all my energy is directed, towards the material world, my finances, my home, my material stability. So it could be that you're spending a lot of time at work. It could be that, you're really focused on growing your business, growing your career. I feel like that may be a bit of a distraction though. You're using that as a distraction for what's actually happening underneath the surface, but we'll see when we clarify. Now, in the current situation, you get the Lovers, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups. There's a really intense connection here between you and somebody else, and there's also a lot of heartbreak tied up to it. I feel like this is heartbreak that you've been carrying with you for quite some time, and you just haven't completely worked through it. Or some form of emotional pain, but there is a lot of love that you still have for this person. And because you get the Lovers card, this is one of those connections where you guys are like almost intuitively connected to the point where you can sense their energy. And you're showing me here, I sense that they still love me. I still care for them. I still love them, but I can also sense that that's reciprocated. Now in the near future, you get the Strength, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You're wanting to open up. You definitely have a desire to open up, to communicate here. But you're showing me, oh, it's so difficult. It's so difficult for me to do this. I don't know why. We'll see when we clarify. However, here's the interesting thing. The Five of Swords is showing up here to let me know that you may be telling yourself this is harder than it actually is. It's almost like, this is a stupid analogy, but I need to eat my vegetables. It's so hard. I hate vegetables. And it's like, it's not that hard. Open your mouth, chew, swallow. There you go. You ate a vegetable. I'm getting that kind of energy, but we'll see when we clarify. Let's start off by clarifying the main energy for your reading this week, which is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Judgment, the King of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. You're realizing, or you're coming to the realization that this connection between you and somebody else, who you find very attractive, by the way, you are like magnetically drawn to this person, you're coming to the realization like, okay, this is over. This is done. Now, it could be that the other person ended it and you're just kind of like at the point of accepting it, or it could be that you're at that point where you're like, you know what? I need to end this. I need to put an end to this. But you're stopping yourself. There's something here about you realizing this and kind of like, it's over, it's done, or I need to end this, but you don't want to actually take action. You're stopping yourself from taking some form of action, which is letting me know that you're the one that is deciding whether or not to end this. It's not really the other person's energy. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to see what this Eight of Pentacles is for you in the recent past. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles, which you get immediately after this in the recent past. The Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups. You're trying to work on releasing some energy that you have tied up to the past. It's almost like you're holding on to something that happened in the past and you keep replaying it in your head over and over again. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign that's showing up quite a bit in your reading, or somebody that just has you view as a lot of stability, a lot of like grounded energy. But either way, there's something here tied up to the past that happened between you and this person, which you can't let go of. And the reason you can't let go of is because it's playing on a loop in your head. It's almost like you keep replaying what happened, what you said, what they said, how it went down, what was said. Could I have said something differently? There's like a never-ending feedback loop here. But it's all tied up to something that happened in the past, a specific event that happened in the past that you just can't seem to let go of. But that's in the recent past. So Let's take a look at this King of Pentacles in your recent past, since he showed up twice. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Fool, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. Again, I feel like you are coming from a very grounded place. You're coming from a very stable place. I don't feel like there is a lack of certainty as to what you want to do, but there is some confusion here about how to do it. And so what I mean by that is you're showing me that you want to wipe the slate clean between you and this person. You want to start over, completely over, and you are coming from a very loving place. You're coming from an emotional place and a very grounded place, which is beautiful energy. Like when we have that energy and then we decide to move forward from there, that's a great energy to have. However, you are showing me that you're a little bit confused about the execution. What do I do? How do I have this new beginning? How do I wipe the slate clean? Do I reach out to them? Do I wait for them to reach out to me? Do I say something? Do I not? So you definitely have an idea of what you want to do, but you just don't really know how to do it quite yet in the recent past. Let's take a look at this Knight of Swords for you in the recent past. Two more. There you are. Yeah, you definitely want to change things here. You want to shift the energy around. For the Knight of Swords, you get the Justice, the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. You want to do something. You feel almost like pushed to do something to remedy the situation, to make everybody in the situation feel good, feel balanced, feel valued. You're really, really focused on shifting and changing the situation from what it is right now, which doesn't seem that great, into a much more positive, much more energetically aligned energy. Again, you definitely know what you want. It's like you feel, it's the energy that I'm getting, it's like kind of, you feel like you know what you want to do, you just don't really know how to do it. You're not sure what the best course of action is, which is why I feel like you're not actually doing anything. But let's see. Let's take a look at your current situation, because that was in your recent past. I want to see what this Lovers is for you in the current situation. You're very determined in the recent past, though. Very, very determined. The Lovers is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Wow. Some of you may have been married to this person, but this is definitely a very, very, very deep connection. Like, this connection goes beyond the superficial. It goes very, very deep. You still want to express your feelings. You still do carry emotions for this person and this connection, but there was definitely a break or a separation here. And so I feel like even though you do want to have something to do with this person, you want to move in a specific direction, you and this person are not currently together physically. Energetically, you guys are definitely communicating. There's no doubt this connection is tremendously deep. But I feel like in the 3D world, physically, you guys are not together. But you're showing me here, like, I want to do something. I want to open up. I have feelings that I want to express. And again, some of you may be dealing with an earth sign. You've been getting it all throughout your reading. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords for you in the current situation. Dude, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles. The more time passes, the more your emotions grow in intensity. You get the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. It's like you go from you're expressing or feeling your emotions, at least within yourself, 2 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like, you're really like developing more and more emotions. Like the emotional connection that you have to this person intensifies the more time you're apart, if that makes sense. So for the Three of Swords, you get the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Nine of Pentacles. You are carrying some emotional pain here tied up to this romantic connection. You really, really do care about this person, and you do want to express how you feel. You have love for this person, if that wasn't already obvious. But what you're doing is you're burying that love, those feelings, very, very deep down, because I feel like it's painful for you to experience them, especially when you're like, I care about this person so much, I love them so much, but they're not in my life. It's very difficult to be able to feel those feelings and not want to take them and bury them and, hide them from yourself. In the meantime, though, while that's all happening on the back burner, you're really focused on yourself, on your stability. Again, I feel like you have a big emphasis on your career or your money at this point, and you're using that as like an anchor. It's something that you can control. It's something that makes you feel good. And so that gives you the stability that you desire, because I feel like the romantic energy, there's a lack of stability there. And that's not very good for you. Your sign is the Justice. You want balance. You want stability. Let's take a look at the Queen of Cups for you in the current situation. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is the main energy for your reading this week. Again, you're very confused about what to do. Because there's so much confusion around which path to take to get to that forever, to get to that, end goal that you want of, I want this person, I want to be with them, I want stability, I want consistency. The love is there. The stability is there. The potential to have forever is there. The only thing here is that there's a lot of confusion surrounding how to make it happen. You had that confusion in the recent past, and I feel like you still have that confusion in the current situation, which is why I don't see you doing anything. You're super, super clear on what outcome you want, on what you want to achieve with this person, what you want out of this connection. You're just showing me over and over again, I don't know how to make it happen. I don't know what to do to make it happen. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see the strength in your near future. The strength is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Despite the fact that it's been very, very difficult for you for this whole time, you have tried to emotionally detach from this. You've tried. However, I feel like it hasn't really been that successful, if I'm being honest. This whole journey that you've been on has been very difficult for you to cope with. And so you're like, okay, the easiest thing for me to do is just to emotionally detach, emotionally disconnect from this, because I don't know if I can get what I want. But while you're in that energy of detaching or trying to emotionally detach, you're also in the same energy of, okay, I want a new beginning, but how can I make this happen? Now, I don't know if you want a new beginning with this specific person, although I feel like you do because you keep showing it to me over and over and over again. But again, now you're not really confused anymore in the near future. Now you've gone from confusion to, okay, I'm not confused, but how do I do this? You're evaluating whether or not you even want to do this, whether or not you want to invest the energy in making this happen. And so in the recent past, in the current situation, I see a lot of confusion about how am I going to make this happen? What can I do? What's the best way? In the near future, you're like, do I even want to make this happen? Very interesting shift. Let's take a look at this Five of Swords for you in the near future. Nice. Okay. The Five of Swords is clarified by the World, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Somebody's coming in here and putting an end to the conflict. I don't know if you're the one that's deciding to end the conflict or if the other person is coming in. Either way, what I'm seeing here energetically is that the conflict is done. There is a conflict that you and this other person are experiencing. There's a disagreement. That's coming to an end. So that conflict is going to get resolved, right? And it's going to be replaced with a lot of happiness. So it's almost like whatever the problem was is going to get resolved, and now you're going to be very happy. You're going to feel very emotionally fulfilled. Problem is here, somebody doesn't trust it. Somebody here does not trust this resolution. It's almost like if the other person is coming in and they're like, hey, Libra, this was the problem. I'm over it. Let's resolve it. Let's talk it through. On the one hand, you feel very happy. You're like, heck yes, this is exactly what I wanted. But on the other hand, you're looking at this kind of like sideways and you're like, what gives? Why now? Where is this coming from? Like, where were you this whole time, right? Like, why is this happening now? Somebody here doesn't trust this resolution. They don't believe that this conflict is actually fully resolved. They're like, this is going to surface again at some point. Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands for you in the near future. The Eight of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Whatever difficulties you've had in this connection, I feel like they're slowly resolving. They're slowly moving away. And it all comes in the form of communication. I feel like you and this person had an issue communicating with each other. One of you or both of you was not fully open, or the way that you communicated brought about problems. So again, in the near future, I feel like that difficulty, that issue that you had with communicating, that's going to get resolved. because this is a very strong connection that you share with this person, if that wasn't already clear. But it still needs more time. It's not like it's going to be an overnight instantaneous thing where it's like, okay, we have one conversation and this is over. It's going to be a process over time that you're going to have to work out to continue removing these roadblocks, to continue resolving these communication issues in order to allow the strong connection and the strong bond that you have to take over and really come to the surface. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week, Libra. Yeah, from the universe, you have the Death, Rebirth, the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. You want to resurrect something from the past. You want to bring something back that has ended at some point in the past. And not only do you want to do that, I see you actually doing that. I see you taking small steps, very, very small steps. I don't see you taking, one day you just reach out to this person, but you are taking small steps within yourself to come to the realization of like, okay, this is what I want. Okay, now I'm confused. How do I make this happen? Okay, I've resolved that confusion. How can I do this? You're making progress. You're making slow progress, small baby step progress, but you are still making a lot of progress. Let's close off your reading, Libra, with an oracle card from the universe. Surrender to the divine. That is the main energy for your reading this week, the Hangman. This is all about not doing anything and just surrendering to spirit and allowing spirit to take the wheel and take over. And I feel like that's what you need to do. You're going through these energies, you're working through these energies. There's really nothing that you can do except surrender and just trust that spirit is going to resolve this for you. So, Libra, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you here for your reading next week. Bye, Libra.